How you doing, Sandro? You guys started the game off a bit slow, gave up the opening goal, but in the second half of the first half, you guys get those two goals, one from Serge and one from the penalty spot. Just talk about what you saw the biggest difference in the half for you guys.
Yeah, I would say the first 15, 20 minutes we started very well, to be honest. After 20, 25 minutes, we lost sometimes easily the ball, and then we lost also to control the game. This was the main part in the first half, but great reaction. And it's also not so easy then when you lost and when you had this performance last week against New England, then you concede the first goal, and after that was a very, very good reaction, very good deep runs, very good box positions. How we scored the first goal, and then also the situation with this deep run with Dylan to go in the box with a lot of high numbers in the box. And yeah, second half I would also say it was okay. First 15, 20 minutes, then we had chances to finish the game with a third goal with some chances, which we had. And at the end, it's normal against a very good team with high quality, especially in the offensive line. Then that you go a little bit more deeper, more deeper. That was then the main part, the main problem in the second half, especially the last 50 minutes. But I would say at the end, we deserve it. I said, yeah, last week we deserve it to lose this game in New England, and today, for me, from my side, we deserve it as well to win this game today.
Next, we go to Luca.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on a big win. I just wanted to ask a bit about Omar Valencia tonight. I think he looked really good on both sides of the ball, gets the assist to Serge. He was out the past few weeks, so just curious what you've seen in his development the past few weeks and what you thought on a big performance for him tonight.
Yeah, great, great. He had 2, 3 moments in the first half where we, as a whole team, struggled a little bit in some situations, but how we made the assist to our first goal with Serge was top. Very good deep run, and in the second half with his mentality, always to defend forward against a very good player. It's also not so easy, but great development, great progress of him the last couple of weeks, and it's good now, and it gives him also then confidence when he's playing like today. And but the main part is we won this game today. That's important.
Next, we go to Michael.
Coach, a common theme that we've been hearing a lot this season is the team has struggled to close out games. Tonight against Chicago, second half, I think they had something like 9 shots against, 9 shots, and I think 5 on target. They were pushing to get that equalizer. Would you say the team controlled the game, or would you say that they struggled to, close it out and gave Chicago too many chances, against Carlos?
First of all, we have to look to the numbers of Chicago. I think they won all the games on the road. So, but I agree, we struggled the last 15, 20 minutes. But when you didn't finish the goal, when you didn't finish the game with the third goal, and we had these chances with Chupo, with Emil, some good moments where we were in the final third. Then, of course, with the quality, then more offensive players come in from Chicago. Then it's a little bit human. It's not good, but it's human, and this is what we have to improve then, always to step forward, to step out, to defend forward, and especially then, and I would say it's not only the defense behavior, it's more than our behavior after winning ball, to have our offensive transition moments, and I think this is the main part what we have to improve at the end.
Next, we go to Anthony.
Coach, late in the game, Carlos Cornell came up with some very, very big saves. Can you speak a little bit about his performance in this game and how important it is to have somebody like that when the defense late in the game is a bit tired?
Yeah, it's always important to have a great goalkeeper, especially at the end when it's so close the game. And we had yesterday a short conversation on the training field. I criticized him and a little bit of the performance in the training session, but now his reaction, and he's so important for us, and he did it today very well, and also the whole season at the beginning he made great saves, and you need in these close games against a very good opponent, you need then especially at the end the goalkeeper, and he made it very well.
Next, we go to Vas.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Congratulations on that win. Can you talk about the formation change when you were closing out that match? It looks like you brought in Sean Nealis to try to solidify that 2-1 win and get the 3 points at home. And just the first few minutes for Victor Bogac tonight. What did you see from him?
From Victor Bogac?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so easy to come then in last couple of minutes then when the opponents when they make pressure and they have a lot of ball possession, then it's not so easy. So, but it's good to get minutes every weekend. And now he had today more minutes than last weekend. And yeah, the decision that we had some changes today with some new players in our starting lineup. It was not against Sean, was not against Haki or the other or Wiki. It was more to see also than Tim Parker on the field and in his organization and his communication. And for me, he did also very well job with Noah as a center back. And the reason why we changed the structure for this game today was that we have more players after transition and that we have also some players on the field now with more speed, especially deep runs behind the back four from Chicago, and that was the reason. And Serge, yeah, he did it last week, very good after the substitution, the whole second half so far as well, and this was the reason now. And now we have to think about what is the best solution next week in Orlando.
Next, go to Gary.
Speaking of Tim Parker, he had his first start tonight. How would you rate his performance? Because what I've seen in many occasions, he was very composed on the ball. And he put out a lot of fires before it became one, especially down the stretch, of course, when he made some saves. But how would you rate his performance overall tonight?
First of all, he's such a great person, such a great guy in our locker room, and with his mentality in every training session to try to give him, to try to give the best. And this is what I have seen today in his performance. And it's also then for us, for the whole coaching staff, for me as a head coach, also important then to get a feeling for Tim Parker then also in 90 minutes or 95 minutes today, because when you are only looking to the training session, it's very well. And I said this in our pre-match meeting today to our guys. We need everyone. We need everyone. And this is the best example now that you have then to be ready when the time is coming in the starting lineup. And this was very good from Tim and also Serge today. First game after this long-term injury in the starting lineup. And that's great. And but we have to do this and to keep going now for the next.
Next, go to Andres.
Congress coach. First a question. How do you see Carlos Coronel now being called to the Paraguay and playing in Paraguay? Here he's playing very nice. Do you tell any? What do you think about it? Like they always call Carlos Coronel, but he never played over there. He never is given the opportunity to play. What do you think about it?
Yeah, but what can I say now? I'm not. I can't say something about the national team at the end. This is a decision of the head coach from the national team. So, but what I can say is he brings his performance consistently last season and also this season. So, but at the end, it's not my decision. So this is what I can say.
Next, go to James.
Thanks, Sandro. You already spoke about Tim Parker and Serge Goma getting the start. Felipe Carballo also gets his first start. Dealt with some fitness issues earlier in the season. 76 minutes today. What did you think from his performance so far?
Yeah, it's the same. It's very important to come in the rhythm for the whole season. And after this injuries, we had some issues, especially at the beginning or in our preseason, with some injuries. But now it's my job at the end and also to bring all these players in the rhythm, because we can't play every weekend only with 13, 14 players. That's not possible. So, and now we have more options. That's important. And Cam Harper is coming back, Kyle Duncan, all these guys. Raheem Edwards, hopefully, is not so. Sometimes I'm thinking in German and I want to answer in German, but I have to answer in English. Hopefully he's coming back as quick as possible. But it's important, and also now that Felipe is coming in the rhythm, so it's good.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions, Coach. First, go to Daniel Rebane, and then we'll finish up with Daniel Florentine on Zoom.
Sandro, you guys have 10 out of 12 points to start the season at home. Just talk about your home form to start the season.
Yeah, but we have to look also how many points we collect on the road, and I see the big picture, and for sure the first 4 games now in our home stadium, it's good to collect 10 points, but now is the job also to collect on the road the points. And yeah, I was last week very angry about our performance, and now it was good. But now we have to continue. That's life, and now we have the chance next week on the road in Orlando, and also to collect points. That's our job.
And we'll finally go to Daniel Florenstein.
How grateful is it that you have not just 2, but now 3 confident penalty kick takers? Once Lewis Morgan comes back from injury, along with Forsberg and Choupo-Moting, he's now 2 for 2 in the spot, and Emil's 1 for 1 on the spot. How gratifying is it that they've been confident at the spot, converting chances for you?
Yeah, but only one player can shoot. That's also the rule. Yeah, it's great. It's great that all these guys, what you mentioned, that they have the confidence to take the penalty and also then to score. It's good. That's the quality of Choupo to take the responsibility. It's also to take the responsibility of Emil. But for me, it shows more the mentality of the whole group, to be honest, because I was also a player, and I had also sometimes an issue that sometimes it's trouble who's shooting now, but now they have a clear rule, and that's great. For me, this is more important, that these players with this quality, that they are not only looking for themselves, also to look to each other. And this is, for me, to be honest, as a head coach, is more important. For sure, it's good that they score, but that we have this behavior on the field, that's great.